All right, guys, so I got my car back. I'm just here at Tesla picking it up. And one thing that's interesting before I leave, so I'm on 13.2.8, and while I was driving here, I got a notification that there was an update. All this is like a software update for people in 13.2.8, but they're non-FSD features being added to the car. So I think there's something about like a rear cross traffic chime and a few other things. So I'll install this when I'm home, but this won't affect FSD at all. So just so you know, you'll see the little like icon on the top. That's what that's for. But yeah, let's. And the other thing that I'm gonna try and track is, so I haven't used 13.2.8 at all. It's been broken since I've installed it the other night. I'm just gonna keep like a counter going and try to track either just disengagements, like critical ones. I'm not going to track like pedal presses and things like that. Basically, I want to really see, how long before FSD would have gotten me into an accident. I will have intervened, so nothing will have happened, but like from 34,965 kilometers, how long until I have to do something that if I didn't take over, it would have been a safety critical intervention. So that's not bad lane management. That's not things like that. That is safety critical. So yeah, just something that I think is going to be interesting. We'll see how it goes. Anyways, from here, press and hold to start FSD. We should go left. So for what they did to the car, they replaced the FSD computer. So the car basically sat in the parking lot for, I think like 5 days, 6 days before they looked at it. And then they looked at it and the engineering team, whatever, approved the fact that a computer needed to be replaced. So they ordered and replaced a computer. And then the kind of funny thing that happened along the way is, I guess while they're putting in the computer, I have no idea what that entails. I don't know how like it gets installed, but while they're installing the computer, I'll throw up a picture of it, but they scratched the door sill. And so my car should have actually been ready to pick up on Friday. It's now Tuesday today. But on Friday they scratched it, so they had to send it to the body shop to be painted and worked on. So they're very apologetic and nice about it. And another thing, I wouldn't go. Okay, well, we made it 0 kilometers before FSD would have seemingly just got us into an accident. Maybe I'm over-exaggerating there. I don't know. It seemed like it wanted to go. Am I crazy? Reset the counter. Because now, that's too bad. I wouldn't go. Yeah, so they repainted it, did all that. You shouldn't U-turn. But they're nice enough. Seems like they detailed the car. The car's super clean. I guess the way it works, they had to like reprogram an extra key because I went to the body shop. So I got an extra free key card and they gave me $120 credit to Tesla service since I've basically been unable to use FSD for the past month and I paid for the FSD for the past month. They gave me a credit in the amount of $120 as like an apology for that. So, I mean, all in all, it was a pleasant experience with Tesla service. Like it's too bad that my computer crashed, but I had a loaner vehicle the entire time. They were in good communications the entire time, like sending photos, talking to me. I don't think any other company really would have done it as good as they did. So yeah, happy to have the car back. So with that wrapped up, I guess, first of all, that's unfortunate the car just tried to pull out in front of that other car. That definitely wouldn't have been good. Like maybe it would have slammed on the brakes again, but it was definitely giving me the indication that it was going to pull out in front of that vehicle and not stop. So that to me is safety critical. That to me seems insane, but it seems like car wanted to like go onto the highway while there's vehicles coming. And then right after that, I had to take over because the car was going to U-turn. That I wouldn't consider safety critical. That is just illegal. We probably wouldn't have gotten into an accident. We could have gotten a ticket though. But okay, I would turn right and just commit. Perfect. Really good job. We got stopped cars in the left lane here. Cars going around. So good job there. And then this is nice. You won't be able to feel it because you're not in the car, but we definitely used acceleration to like maneuver us around just there in a very like human way. That was cool. That's good to see FSD using speed to like maneuver through cars safely. Yeah, that's exactly what I say that it should do in situations where we turn in front of a vehicle and we go really slow, but I think it just needs to give like a little bit more power to get going. It did that there, maneuvering. So really well done. Okay, we're in the wrong lane. We need to turn left. We're in the wrong lane. We're in the wrong lane. We're in the wrong lane. Okay, so it's unfortunate. I'm gonna have to take over here and we're gonna have to turn right because the car is in a right turn only lane. Right lane must turn except buses, yeah, so. It's a disengagement. Not safety critical. It's a mapping issue. FSD was in a right turn only lane trying to go straight. So, I mean, already on this drive, I don't even know what to call the first one where the car tried to pull out. Let's pretend like that didn't happen, though it did. The U-turn and the situation we just ended up in, both of those are 1,000,000% map-related issues. Like, the car shouldn't be told to do a U-turn, and that's what was on the map. And so then we got into a bad situation where I had to intervene. And then the car shouldn't go into should know that that is a right turn only lane. Though it was so clearly marked as well, I am disappointed that the car didn't like see that it was a right turn only lane and like bail out. It just committed and didn't even make an indication that it was gonna then just turn right. Because sure, roads change, things update. Let's say the car just ended up in that situation. It then needs to turn right. I'm almost certain it would have tried to go straight there if I let it. So I think better mapping would have helped that not happen, but I think also that FSD needs to be told that if it does mess up and get in a lane, that it needs to follow through with the legal thing. I mean, that said, like that guy in front of us just did a U-turn. People do these illegal things all the time that I'm like saying the car shouldn't do, but that doesn't mean that it's right. Like we're moving towards autonomous, safer future where people won't be speeding like crazy all the time. People won't be getting in accidents. So even though a bunch of people in the comments might say that you do U-turns all the time, I'm fairly confident it's illegal everywhere in Canada. Like there's a sign right here, no U-turns. Yeah, so the car shouldn't do it. It shouldn't even be trying to do it. Okay, right turn on red, nice stop, and then we should creep forward. And then I would not go, and I would go right after this truck. Perfect. All right, so I don't think we'll get the advanced green, but quite a bit of traffic here. We'll wait for them. Then we got a person crossing. Okay, so I would go right, yeah, right after this car turns. Nice job. So I definitely, I mean, I had the car for quite a while. I used version 12 FSD a lot. and I made a few videos on it. I'm still editing my last one because I drove the Cybertruck while I was checking on my car. So there's one more video that hasn't come out before this one will come out. I mean, if I were to, now that I'm sitting in this car again, give my opinion on version 12, it's incredibly good. There's no denying that FSD version 12 on its own is an impressive piece of software. What it's doing is really great. There really, besides this car, isn't another vehicle on earth that can do what it's doing. But when you're using version 13 in a hardware 4 vehicle, I don't know if I would keep paying for FSD if I had hardware 3. Like, it's really good, but it makes enough mistakes that I just didn't have the comfort that I do with this car. It was phantom braking all the time. Like, Jay hates it. Like, the hardware 3 car, I should have done a video with her, just it never really lined up that we were like able to be driving and make a video. But anytime I was using FSD with her in the loaner car, she's like, please don't. Like, it'll do like aggressive, harsh braking. It has really bad interactions at stop signs. It just doesn't feel as confidence inspiring as it does when you're in this vehicle. And then there's something strange about the way it drives. It just feels like recklessly fast all the time. Like, even though you're going the speed limit, just the way it maneuvers, and it's one of the first things I said when I drove the car, it just feels like it's going too fast because its decision making feels like sloppy and fast. So yeah, I think if I owned a hardware 3 car, I would probably just manually drive it. I don't know if I'd pay for FSD every month because it just isn't quite good enough to be relaxing enough to be worth it. I would just use autopilot on the highway and then drive manually myself. Cool. Okay, well, I am basically home. Hopefully we make it through this light. I think we won't. Sure, we will. Yeah. Good drive. A few mistakes, obviously. Nothing really exciting. More so just catching you guys up on what's going on. And I'll be back with more, I guess, regular content now that I have my car back. I will make, on the next decent day that's not pouring rain, I'll make a video explaining my camera setup and how I film FSD content and everything, because there's definitely people asking me. I just haven't had my vehicle, so I haven't been able to make that video for you guys. But I'll make that, and I'll just keep making FSD content for as long as you guys want to watch. So thank you as always for the support. Hope you have a good day. Take care. GoPro, stop recording.